Hey guys, this is going to be the new and improved Smith & Wesson 500 Performance Center video. In my last video you guys said I couldn't hear me, so hopefully you can hear me a little better in this one, and hopefully I've added a little bit of stuff that I didn't have included in my last one. Real quick, let's talk about the storm case that I have this in. It's a great, amazing case. It's the M2400. I really like storm cases. It comes in this cool flat desert color. It also comes in black, yellow, and a couple other colors. You can check them out at stormcase.com. Really nice cases. One of the big selling features of these cases over, say, some of the other cases like the Pelican case is their latching mechanism, which I really think they have going for them. You flip this up here and you guys can see their latching mechanism. The latching mechanism is very simple. It's just a button push and it lifts up and it locks by snapping. It's not a tug and pull type of opening for a latching mechanism, so it's real secure, real easy to open. You've got your pressure relief valve for if you're up in high altitudes, can't get it open. It's got rubber gaskets, so it's completely watertight. Just an amazing case, really sturdy, really rugged. Just a cool case. Let's not spend too much time on the case because not really much time, not much to talk about other than it's a really cool case and it does a great job. Love the latching mechanism on it. Let's go ahead and talk about the gun here. We have got the Smith & Wesson 500. Let's start about talking about the gun, then I'll go over the ammo a little bit and talk about some of the different rounds here. I'm going to set this aside. Alright, we have got the Smith & Wesson Performance Center. It is the Smith & Wesson 500 Performance Center, sorry. And it is in a two-tone black and polished finish. So you've got your kind of cool looking chrome polished side flats, your chrome cylinder, and then you've got black around it. Really like the color. Haven't seen any other color like this. So when I saw this, I had to grab it up. Kind of cool little deal on this when I found the gun. The serial number was marked serial number 2. Yep, that's right. I got 2 off the line, and actually they had actually gotten number 0, double zeros. But the manager of the range actually grabbed it up and had to keep it for himself. So didn't get 0, but I got 2. So I think that's pretty cool. Let's get some close-up shots here. And those side flats are polished flat, and they're chrome. It's just my lighting, you can't really tell. It comes with fully adjustable back sights, which are okay. And then you've got your black front sight, iron sights. They work pretty good. But with a gun like this, you really want to maximize its potential. And so I went ahead and put a Nikon Monarch scope on it. Let me flip this over here. And there you can kind of see, hopefully the light's not blinding it. Performance Center logo on it. Let me zoom back and just talk about a little of the features on the gun. You've got your very heavy-duty, huge, massive cylinder. It's got a ball dent lock up here, so it's very secure. It's 5 shots, and they made the chambers extra thick because people they were planning on people, pushing the gun to the limit. When Smith & Wesson was approached, or actually came up with the idea of building a 50 caliber Magnum revolver, they didn't currently have a frame in their lineup that could handle such a massive load. So they developed the X frame, and they specifically designed it for these 2 large revolvers, being the 400, the 460 and the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. They're the biggest production revolver. This is the biggest production revolver made as far as load capacity. Now there are some other ones out there that can handle a little bit more, but they're not production, they're mostly custom. A couple other companies have since copied Smith & Wesson, and they do chamber loads for the Smith & Wesson Magnum round. I believe Taurus has one. I have a Taurus 17 HMR. I'm not real impressed with the quality of the gun. I don't like the way the cylinder locks up. It doesn't seem to stay as tight as this one. Just the fit and finish of the overall gun. I can't really comment on their 50 caliber Smith & Wesson version of the Magnum, but from the 17 HMR that I currently own, wasn't very impressed with it. It's an okay gun. It's kind of cool to have something chambered in a 17 round, but I'm really happy with this performance center here from Smith & Wesson. It's got the real nice whole rubber grips. Probably debatable, but these are probably some of the best grips that you can get for any gun. Some of the best grips made, is rumored by just different gun forums and sites and stuff. You have your lock up here, or excuse me, your safety lock. It comes with a little key that you just put in there and turn, and it prevents you from actually pulling the hammer back. I'll let you listen to the timing. 1, 2, and I think that's a 3 on the last one. 1. So it's 3. It's 3 clicks. Okay. Single action. The trigger pull is very sensitive. I'm guessing it's somewhere in the range of about a 5-pound trigger pull. Don't quote me on this. There's a website called Gun Blast, and he has the pretty exact measurements of the trigger pull. So you got to be real careful. A lot of guys aren't expecting the trigger to go off so easy, and they put it in single action mode, and they aren't gripping the gun very well, and it comes back and smacks them in the face. Funny video on YouTube, guy does actually smack himself in the forehead, and he's bleeding, poor guy. I actually like shooting this gun in double action, because what happens is I'm getting a very good tight grip on the gun as I'm pulling the trigger back, which stabilizes the gun and helps cushion a lot of the recoil. The compensator on the front does an amazing job, and I think it does a better job than the standard performance center, or excuse me, the standard Magnums, the 500 Magnums, because I don't usually I don't feel as much of the recoil, and the recoil is a straight back recoil. It's not a lot of flip like you typically see on your 357 Magnums or your 44 Magnums. It's not as painful to shoot, I don't think, because you've got some great grips on there. You do know you're shooting something big, and if you get some big rounds in there, it's kind of hard to shoot more than a few, because then it does start to sting. But I think compensator does an amazing job to keep the gun from coming back and smacking you in the face. Let me take this off the tripod here, and real quick, let's go over the scope real quick. Here's a Nikon Monarch, extended eye release, or eye relief scope. It is, I believe, a 2.5 to an 8x powered scope. If you're not familiar with extended eye relief, what it is on a normal scope like a rifle, you have to hold it up to your eye to see the crosshairs. Well, with a pistol scope, it's extended so you can hold it away from your face, so when you get the recoil from the gun, you don't end up smacking yourself in the face. Very, very nice scope. I think that's a little bit brighter than the Leopold scope, which is actually more money. So for the money, this is a great scope. I'm guessing it's around 300 bucks. I don't remember what mounts they are, but you want some very sturdy mounts, otherwise you're going to end up blowing the scope up. But Nikon does come with a lifetime warranty, so if you break it, they will replace it. Had to get the gun shop to set this up for me. This gun does come standard with a sight rail on top that's mountable.